Hello, I'm the Brown Booktuber and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about a book haul I got from Housemans in London. A little bit about Housemans. Housemans is a radical bookshop that's been in London's King Cross since 1959. I use radical in air quotes because obviously when they opened, their ideas were somewhat radical. They were left-leaning, they were far more liberal than any other part of English society. Now in 2021, I don't feel their ideas are radical. There is something that they are definitely more left-leaning and more to the left-leaning spectrum of society, but I wouldn't call them radical anymore for the most part. Like, most of the books they sell, most of their stock isn't super radical, but it is stuff you're not going to find in a normal bookshop. You're going to find in Daunt Books, which I'm going to make a video whilst I'm there. Here are some pictures of Housemans. I unfortunately forgot to take any footage of the shop. It was very early when I went, but let's talk about the 4 books I picked up from there and why I got them. So yeah, let's jump right into it. We're going to start off with Edward Said's Orientalism. Edward Said's Orientalism is probably a must-read for anyone who is interested in and wants to take part in decolonization and also just some stuff about Orientalism and understanding Orientalism in the West. I've actually read this once a long time ago, but I had an ebook version. I wanted a physical version so I can maybe annotate and stuff. So I picked this up, and also I didn't want to get it from Amazon because I'd rather go to an independent seller if I'm going to be getting a book like this as opposed to Amazon.com. Up next, we have A Short History of Brexit by Kevin O'Rourke. I believe this book was initially written in French for a French audience, and it's very much a good way of breaking down and understanding Brexit without having a British or English bias, whether it be pro or anti-Brexit. That's at least what I've heard about this. I'm very excited to read it. It doesn't look very long. It's a small book, so. But yeah, I'm very interested in reading this one. Up next, we have Women and Gender in Islam by Layla Ahmed. I believe I saw this one day when I was browsing for books because I have a book token, and I was like, and then I saw this and I was like, oh, this was interesting. I believe, although I'm not sure if I'm confusing this with another book on women and gender in Islam, but I believe, nope, yeah, this is the 2021 paperback, yeah. So I saw this whilst I was looking for this version. Obviously this book wasn't written in 2021, but I was looking for this version. It wasn't out yet, and then I just walked into Houseman's bookshop and this was there, and so I'm very excited to read this. I definitely want to expand my knowledge of feminism and gender and studies and stuff, and from an Islamic lens, because we're not going to delve deeper into that because that's personal. And finally, we have Capitalism, a ghost story by Arundhati Roy, writer of God of Small Things, I believe. Unless I'm very much confusing the authors there, but I don't think I am. Yeah, it is the author of The God of Small Things. This is more about how capitalism has impacted India and how it has affected Indian society in, let's be honest, like an overall negative way from a societal standpoint. And it's sort of explaining that, whether it be corruption, whether it be the rise of the criminal underworld in India and stuff. And it's interesting. It's not very long. I believe it's like it's basically like a bit of an essay. Like it's a long essay / book. But those are the 4 books I got from Housemans in King's Cross, London. Hey, if you are from the UK, if you're specifically from the London area, definitely check out Housemans. They have a great selection of books, especially books that are more politically leaning. But they also do have sort of fiction books, and they also have graphic novels. Obviously, all of those do have a slightly more radical feel to them. They are more politically leaning in their messaging overall. They also have this really cool area they call it like the bargain basement, where it's just a room full of books where everything is like £1 to £3. A lot of them are very old books. I was trying to see if I could find anything specifically on South Asia in there. I couldn't whilst I was there. But also, they do divide their shop really well into... There's a big emphasis obviously on British politics, then British sort of social issues, then they have America, Asia, the Middle East, Africa, which is great. They have a whole section on mutual aid or stuff like anarchism, stuff like all of that. It's really great. It's a really great shop, and also it's an independent bookshop. So if you're going to buy a book that's especially a politically leaning book, I would recommend getting that from an independent bookseller as opposed to a place like Waterstones, Foyles, or Amazon. Other bookshops are available. Obviously those are also in the UK, but yeah, that's kind of my suggestion. If I ever go again, which I probably definitely will do, I'll actually get some first-hand footage in there if they allow it, but if not, I will have used screenshots throughout this video of the shop. Definitely recommend you go there. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you've ever been to Housemans. Let me know if you're interested in any of the books I've mentioned, and remember, I hope you read a really fantastic book today.